What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. This podcast is presented by Pepsi Wild Cherry. We have our Pepsi Wild Cherry Zero Sugar sitting right next to us. It's tasty and delicious and gives you that little wild moment that you need in your life. Whether you are sitting on the couch doing nothing, or maybe you're going to a little girls' dinner, or maybe you're going out for a big night on the town. You need a little wild in your life, and that is Pepsi Wild Cherry Zero Sugar. Absolutely delicious. So get wild and pick up a Pepsi Wild Cherry for yourself and have a little treat.
I feel like I'm going to start to be one of those people that travels with soda cans in their luggage, you know? Because that's how much I would love to just carry around these Pepsi Wild Cherry.
Can you carry soda cans in your luggage?
It's a
liquid.
In your checked bag.
Oh,
yeah,
in your checked
bag.
bag.
Yeah, in your checked bag. In your checked bag.
I'm not checking a bag.
I'm not either.
I'm surprised by that. We're going for the whole week.
I'm not either.
You're surprised?
You know, it's
I'm never
shocking.
somebody who checks a bag.
It's shockingly less amount of time that it's 3 nights basically.
Yeah.
Like it's really not, you know?
And
2 of them we have set outfits that we like, you know?
Any way that I cannot check a bag, I will find a way to do that. Like in the recent years of lost luggage, I'm terrified to check a bag. I've checked a bag for, week-long stay. Like it has to be like, I'm trying to think the last time I checked a bag.
London?
No.
Wait, you didn't check a bag for London?
I don't think so. Maybe I did. No, I did over the summer when
I do every time Europe.
I did over the summer when we went on vacation.
LA we have.
In LA, in the
last
spring
time we went to LA.
When we were in LA for 6 days.
Yeah.
But anytime I can just bring it on the plane with me.
I know.
My biggest fear is getting on not my biggest fear, that was dramatic, but one of my fears is getting on the plane and they're like, nope, no more room, gotta check your bag. I'm like, fuck! I purposely didn't check a bag for this moment.
I know. That's why people fight so hard to get on the plane first,
Right. They ignore the boarding groups and they're like, I don't care that I'm boarding group 3. I'm boarding group 1 because I want to get my bag up there. I follow the boarding groups, to be clear.
Yeah. I am just so lazy sometimes.
Easy to say when you're the first boarding group.
I am so lazy sometimes about I normally do try and carry on if it's a trip that warrants a checked bag, that's it's socially acceptable to have a checked bag, fine. But the laziness comes in. I just hate putting my toiletries into travel size things. I know that really is as lazy as it gets, but transferring the liquid and finding the right container for it, my oil cleanser is too big, so I gotta put it in this other little thing, and then it leaks everywhere. I got to put it in a plastic bag so it doesn't leak on all the other stuff.
That reminds me, I just ordered little travel containers to the office because I had forgotten about my cleanser and I had to put it into a travel container. So yeah.
Yep. And not to specifically call out one thing, but I really am addicted to the road glazing milk, and that's too big for the freaking bag. So
I have mine.
I don't know how you get away with that. I got mine taken the last time I tried to take it through security.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get mine taken.
It was terrible.
Wow,
took it right in my bag, and I said, well, that's the one thing. I guess you got to. I was like, what am I going to do? Go out and check this bag for this one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
That's a downer.
Yeah, it is technically over.
I know, but if you've used a lot of it.
Mine was halfway full.
The shit.
And I just got, it was one of those days where I just got a lady who was not fucking around,
Yeah.
She pulled it out and was like, 4.7.
Oh my God.
It's going in the trash, or you can check your bag.
Ugh.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm fucking throwing it out then.
You know what the worst thing about TSA is they're doing their job and keeping you safe, but at the same time they're so fucking nasty about it. And it's I appreciate you on one hand, on the other hand I want to tell you to go fuck yourself because you're pissing me off.
Do you think they start nasty or like they become nasty
no,
over
they're
time?
beaten down.
They're
sure.
beaten down.
Yeah.
And listen,
because I bet you, I'm sure there's a lot of bitchy fucking
Right.
people that are like,
And they learn.
I'm keeping my 4.5, that like whatever.
I
like,
think that they just
Yeah.
get sick of people, and that's where it comes in. So that's why
Yep.
you can't really blame them sometimes, where it's like they're dealing with idiots all day long that don't get the memo. But also,
Right.
they change everything every time you're at the airport. Do I take my laptop out? Do I keep my laptop in? Do you take this out? Do you keep that in? Everything stays in. They change the rules every time you go to the airport. So people are confused.
Yeah.
They think they have it
Yeah.
down pat, then they get all confused about it. Some people don't know that they got to put their bag in the bin, their jacket in the bin, take your sweatshirt off. Oh, you don't have to take your sweatshirt off. It's a circus. It's a circus. And so the customer is mad and the employee is
Right.
mad. And I think everybody has a right to be frustrated at the airport.
I do think that like the normal security line, they do switch it up on you often. Like
Yeah.
pre-check is normally pretty solid. It's
Pre-check,
like do
yeah.
not take anything out of your bag. All bag goes
Yeah,
fully
keep
through.
your shoes on.
Keep your shoes on, go through. But sometimes the regular line, like
Yeah,
it can change.
the rules are changing constantly, but it's okay.
Can you tell we're excited to get on another flight?
Well, I think. Oh yeah. I mean, clearly we're about to go to the airport.
No,
That's why
yes,
we're talking about this.
Yes. We're headed straight to the airport.
Yes, from recording.
From recording.
We
don't
going-
have an episode on Friday. We never said that.
Oh yeah, sorry guys,
So-
we don't have an episode on Friday because we are going to Austin, Texas tonight. Our show is Wednesday when you're listening to this, and then we're flying to Ohio on Thursday and have a show on Friday. So unfortunately, we are not gonna have time to record our Friday episode, which is unfortunate. But we love you guys very much, and we appreciate you very dearly. And I'm so sorry that we won't have an episode.
Yeah.
But we'll be back on Monday.
We are trying our best to make sure that we are getting episodes out on all the days even though we have
Yes.
when we have shows. Next Friday we also don't have an episode.
But then that's it. I think.
But then
That's
that's
it.
it.
But
Then
that's
that's
it.
it. Then
That's it.
regular
Then
schedule
after
program.
that,
Then we're back.
back to regular schedule programming.
Yes.
No changes.
We will not change up on you guys. So there is your warning right there. You know, I'm like taking a break from like, you know, like some might say, I never like even say this word, but slaying, right? Like today I'm just like taking a break from it, you know.
I've quite literally never heard you use that word ever.
Yeah, there's only one way to describe it, and I'm taking a break from it
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
You know,
But you never, on your normal days, you never say you are slaying.
because it's just a constant. You know,
It goes without
You're in,
saying.
you're in a
It
constant
goes without
slaying.
it goes without.
slang.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly. Thank you,
Noah.
Noah. No, you're right. Thank you, Noah. Oh man. And today
Today is not a slay.
nope.
That's okay.
I'm just taking a break from it today because I fear that I'm coming down with a cold, and
Yeah.
so is multiple people. So are multiple people.
It's
in
that
our
time
proximity
of year. It's
in that time of the year. And
Weather's changing,
And
traveling.
I am fighting for my life to not let this cold become a full-blown cold. You know what I mean? Like it's at bay right now. I'm keeping
It's
it
a
at
chill
bay.
right now.
Yeah, it's literally I'm chilly. I got a blanket on right now. I'm taking everything I possibly can. Zicam, Mucinex. I'm loaded up on all these vitamins. I tried to get an IV. They never got back to me.
Have you tried Sudafed? That usually works.
Yeah, but once you start
Yeah,
taking too much,
yeah,
and you start
yeah.
feeling a little weird.
The nose sprays.
And she's
I don't
like,
need. I'm
she's
not.
in
My nose isn't stuffed
She's
up.
in prevention.
I'm
you
in
know?
prevention mode,
She's
like-
not in I have the symptoms and need to.
Yeah, I have like chills and like and a sore throat. Like it's like I'm stopping it right now. You will not
Yeah.
take me.
Right. You're stopping.
Is
it
what
in
I'm
its
saying to it.
tracks.
I'm fighting off demons right now that are trying to bring me down. And yeah, so just today, we take a break, and then on Wednesday we pick it back up for our show.
Very excited to head back to Texas.
Yes.
I don't know anything about Austin, so I'm looking forward to exploring a tad.
Yeah, exploring some good food.
Yeah, we're in and out quick.
Yeah, we are.
But we do have some time on Thursday, perhaps.
You guys are doing a podcast swap with Joe Rogan, I said.
Yeah, big breaking news.
Yeah.
Joe was pining for us to come on the
Yeah.
podcast. He said, "This is how I get more viewers.
Give me those chicks.
I need chicks in the office."
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think we can get some good lunches in because we land
yeah.
too late tonight. But I think we can get some good lunches in, and then we go to Ohio, and the people of Ohio. I mean, I can't wait to meet them.
Yeah. Well, because the enthusiasm has been through the roof.
The enthusiasm for
Austin
Ohio. Too. No, of course, Austin. But I think we've talked about the enthusiasm for Ohio was way more.
Columbus. It's just facts. Columbus sold out in like 3 seconds.
Columbus sold out in 3 seconds, and the enthusiasm has been through the roof. You know, more so than any city. So of course everyone's excited, but they like I want to shake their hands and say thank you.
I know. I'm excited for Austin. I'm excited for Columbus. I haven't been back in Columbus in a while. So
Why were you in Columbus?
My ex-boyfriend was from there.
Oh,
I spent some decent time in Ohio back in my day.
Oh my God! So you were like reflecting right there for a second when you said hadn't been to Columbus in Ohio.
Yeah,
in a while. Sorry, like, not in Ohio.
High school?
College.
Oh, college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, he's going to be standing outside the venue with like a sign that says like, take me back.
No. It's been many years. Almost 10, honestly.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a long time.
You haven't been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well,
but hopefully you can show us the ropes.
There is the area that we're staying in is a lot of fun. So I'm excited for that. And God, you know, there was and it was outside of Columbus, but there was just like an all-time great mall. And I forget the name of it, but you know when you just go to a
it didn't leave a lasting memory on you.
No. Well, they had this fun fact. Columbus is a very big city where they start off like test restaurants. Like they'll open locations in Columbus.
Yeah. You talked about this. I know where you're headed with this.
And there was a bunch that we had gone to that they must have never popped off.
They like put restaurants there, and if the people of Columbus like
tried.
it, then they
it's like if let's say
that's where you tried Raising Cane's.
Let's say like the first that is where I went to Raising Cane's for the first time.
You told us that's where in Chicago.
Yeah,
like fast food.
Like
Cane's.
But like fast casual.
Do the people of Columbus just have good taste? Like why?
I just think I don't know. It's a test market. Like it's just a test. Like it's one of those markets. So there was a couple places. One of them was like they're all basically you describe them as like a Chipotle of a different cuisine, right? Because that's just the kind of like fast casual it is. I think I may have talked about it before, but one place was like fast casual for pasta in that kind of way.
Yep.
You could pick your different kind of pasta, different sauce. You could add things in it, just like right down delish. And then the other one was this Korean food one, like which is a Korean dish. Like I'm probably saying it wrong. Bibimbap, something like that. And it is just like a mixed bowl of all different, you know.
Yum.
You want your chicken, you want your kimchi, you want your rice.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Never took off?
I never saw one outside of that area.
That's disappointing.
I know. Maybe it did. Maybe they're still floating around Ohio.
What do you guys feel when Ubers are taking you from the airport to your hotel destination and they start giving you facts about the city?
Like
or leaving the hotel back to the airport and they start giving you facts about the city.
Like unprovoked,
they start acting as a tour guide.
I kind of like it, honestly. Kind of gets me excited about like, oh, I'm in a new city. He's showing me around.
Yeah.
If it's like meaningless stuff, then no.
So bibimbap is the dish. Like that's the name of the dish, which you can get obviously Korean restaurants, things like that. Bibimbap Asian Grill was the name of the chain, and they do exist.
Oh wow! So they did take off.
Yes,
just not here.
They are around. There's just not in our area. It seems.
You think they have any Nando's in Columbus?
I don't know. Look it up.
I'm asking this Columbus expert over here.
I have no idea.
There is.
I know 3 things. Well, I'm telling you, they had that.
Wait. Oh, wait. It says car dealer in Columbus. Nando's car dealer?
Wow. Rip off.
Aha. Wow. Look at all these locations for bibimbap around Columbus.
Oh my God, Fran, are we gonna go on Friday? We might have to.
We might.
We might have to go to bibimbap.
We might have to.
It clearly.
I'm telling you, it's thriving in Ohio.
I'm having trouble saying Ohio today.
Oh.
Ohio.
It is absolutely thriving in Ohio.
Oh, wow. Nando's is opening up in Austin and Atlanta.
But there is
but not when we get there?
in the
No.
New York
Sorry.
area.
Okay.
Anyway. I've had a frustrating morning.
Please elaborate.
My fucking eye. It's not healed. It's not gone. It's still there. The Chalazion lives on.
Mm-hmm.
Chaz.
Charizard.
Chazzy will not go away. I went back to the doctor. She's like, look, you did the drops. You did the ointment. You did the antibiotics. Like, now she's like, look, there you can, a steroid injection. You can do that. I'm like, great. Fucking put a needle in my eye at this point. Like, I'm desperate.
Ooh,
like,
ooh.
I know it's a needle in the eye. Not
What?
great.
That just
Yeah.
gave me chills.
In your eyelid.
Oh,
I mean,
in your
it's-
eyelid. Okay.
Yeah. In my eyelid. It's because they got to inject it. And I was like, just do it. And then she was like, April 17th is our next appointment. I was like, God fucking
Wait,
damn
would
it.
you be
That's
awake
so
for that?
long from now.
What?
Like, do they put you under?
I have no idea. I think they just numb it. I don't know that. I honestly didn't ask any details. I don't even want to know. I just wanted them to. I want to walk in. I don't want to think about it for too long. I don't want to get myself nervous about it. I just want to walk in, be like, Doc, get rid of this thing.
But that's so annoying though. Like, that's a month and a half away. If
I
it's
know.
just a fucking shot, they can't just do it.
The doctor only does it on Wednesdays, apparently.
What the fuck?
Fran, there's got to be another place that'll do it for you sooner.
No, I know. There definitely is.
There's
but it's
got to
like,
be another place that'll do
It's
it
like
sooner.
you got to go to another doctor. You got to have another consultation. We're never here.
No, all right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. If you know somebody in the New York
God.
City area,
If you're an
that can-
ophthalmologist that
can
wants to
stick
inject me,
a needle in Fran's eyelid,
seriously,
and get rid of this
Call
damn
me.
boil,
call me.
then call ASAP because we're tired of looking at it.
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at
Kidding,
it.
you could barely see it.
I know.
I
but it's
understand
just
when it's on you, it's
frustrating.
extremely frustrating.
And you know, my mom's gonna get mad at me, but just a mother's love, really. Where like I haven't felt like it's been that noticeable, and nobody's really said anything to me, and it's been fine. And I texted her on Monday, and I just said, because at Monday it looked like it was kind of maybe getting a little bad. Granted, I was wearing like a lot of makeup all weekend for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
So I said, like, eye is getting bad again. Gonna go back to the eye doctor tomorrow. She said, damn, I actually noticed on one of your pics or videos.
Oh my God. Keep that to yourself.
I was like, fuck, which one?
I didn't notice
I was
at
like,
all.
oh, maybe in like my travel vlog, I didn't have any makeup on, like a certain angle, you could see it. I don't know.
I didn't notice.
Just classic.
No, that's
She
just,
said,
Moms
wonder if they'll have
notice-
to cut it out. Sorry about that.
Oops,
I really
sorry.
spit so much, but sorry
Moms
about that.
notice literally
They do.
everything.
They do.
When I go home, the look up and down I get from every family member.
Yeah.
I'm like, what now?
Yep.
What? Tell me, what's
I
the
know.
problem now?
I could have everyone in my circle be like, oh my God, Fran, it doesn't even look that bad. I barely noticed it was still there. Like, unless I wouldn't have noticed unless you brought it up. But mom's like, I did notice.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. Well,
I did notice.
she'll say, you're my bit. You came
Yeah.
out of me. I noticed everything. You know,
Yep.
that sort of thing.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the topics for today. They're
Let's do it.
they're not really thrilling or exciting, but we'll talk about them.
Okay,
Oh,
can you give me 2 seconds to talk about Jason Kelce?
oh, yes. But I also do want to mention The Bachelor because
Oh.
we didn't have that on the list of our topics, but we should touch on that.
Oh, we should. Let's make it a topic.
Yeah, we'll add that.
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. Well, please talk about Jason
Okay.
Kelce first.
Oh my God, what a man. He retired officially on Monday, and his parents, Travis, Kylie, they were all there, and he spoke for 30-ish minutes, but as soon as he sat down, the man was a puddle. He started sobbing immediately. And I believe he started with a poem. He's just,
A poem that he wrote?
I don't know. He's just really so well spoken, and I thought it was just such a great speech. One of the better retirement speeches, because not like you touch on the people who got you there, who helped you along the way, high school, college, professional career, family, talk about his mom. The way he talks about being a brother to Travis, like he's the best big brother. He really is. They have a very small family, which he did acknowledge. He was like, it's just always been me and Travis. Like, don't really have cousins. And, he talked about the pain of like losing the Super Bowl and having that feeling at the same time is just being so happy for Travis and like having that be something he'll never forget. And Travis was crying, and he said something that I thought was really great too. I'm going to butcher it, but he was, talking about his dad, and he said, talking about his daughters, and he was like, being a good present father is really like the best gift you can give someone. And I just thought that was so sweet and so nice. And obviously him talking about Kylie is great as always. He said, my biggest successes came with Kylie by my side, and that's no coincidence. And God, what a great man. We'll miss him dearly on the field, but he'll be a presence in Philadelphia for a long, long time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
That was nice.
Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, no, I if I add anything, it's like fake.
Yeah. No.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. Yep. That was just, thank you for giving me the floor for a minute.
Course. Oh, no, of course. All right, let's get into the topics. We're going to talk about The Bachelor. There is a picture of Kate Middleton surfacing, or is it? Jonathan van Ness has been labeled a monster on set. And Dakota Johnson talked about Madam Web and how she doesn't think she'll ever do a movie like Madam Web ever again. And we'll talk about the press that surrounded that. And we have a great game of trivia. So let's get into it. We have super, super exciting news. As you guys know, Abercrombie & Fitch is the official tour sponsor of our live shows and our tour. We're actually in all Abercrombie right now, ready to head to the airport.
Yeah, comfy cozy.
And have all our outfits for the shows. But we have some news that you guys are going to be absolutely obsessed with. Abercrombie is launching a wedding shop, which is so, so exciting as two girls that are getting married that also have a lot of weddings to attend as well. They have everything. Tons of dresses, jumpsuits, pants, swimsuits, pajamas, pantsuits, and all perfectly curated for different events, whether that's bachelorettes, brunches, showers, ceremonies as a guest, ceremonies as a bride, reception, and even your honeymoon. It is incredible. They are covering all of the bases that we need. We have a ton of weddings coming up that we're attending. Also in weddings, we have our own weddings, and Abercrombie's wedding shop is going to have everything that we need. Whether you're
really
attending
nice
a wedding or hosting your own wedding, you could shop at the wedding shop on Abercrombie.com. So shop all things wedding at Abercrombie, and you know that we've got you covered. So make sure you use code AustinChicks for 15% off at checkout. Shop it now. Offer valid from March 6th through March 7th. US and Canada only. Some exclusions apply. So right now, March 6th and March 7th, so today and tomorrow, use code AustinChicks for 15% off at checkout. Shop it right now. Don't miss out. Use the code AustinChicks for 15% off. Some exclusions apply. Bachelor hometowns.
Bachelor hometowns.
Bachelor hometowns.
Bachelor hometowns.
They happened. They're done.
We
flew through this season.
We really did. Time flies when you're having fun,
No,
it's
actually,
been an enjoyable season.
It has been a very enjoyable season, and I will say these were 4 enjoyable hometowns. I think.
I saw that like Rachel was getting some flack online for her hometown, and I was kind of confused.
I saw mixed. I saw some people giving Rachel flack, and then I saw other people being like, "I'm confused where this flack is coming from." I think that when you have 4 great girls standing there and 4 great hometowns, people need to find something to pick apart and hate on, because it's like, oh my God, everything's been so great. We need to find something that's wrong here.
Yeah.
I think that what you can maybe say is that his connection with some girls is way stronger than his connection with others. In my opinion, his connection with Kelce and his connection with Maria, even though she was sent home, is way stronger than his connection with Daisy or Rachel. I don't necessarily see it with Daisy or Rachel, especially Daisy, because I think the hype has been so on Daisy that I'm especially being like, I really don't see this.
Yeah.
So I think it
kind of crazy if he just picks picks Daisy, huh?
It would be crazy because I feel
like Daisy's probably the front runner.
Right at this point, and if he picks her, then I guess, they clearly have something that I'm not picking up on, but I just don't really see it. I mean, it started off with Kelce's hometown, which was very emotional because of her mom passing. And Joey brought that up to Kelce, like, this, must be emotional. We're going home and your mom's not here. And it was really sweet and it was really caring. And the way that Kelce and her family talked about her mom was so beautiful. And they obviously had these emotional moments, but they also had these really sweet, lighthearted, joking moments as well.
Did they call her Birdie? Like, I feel like they were calling her a nickname.
I
think it was maybe Birdie.
I don't want to speak on it because I'm not right. Okay.
Which is adorable. Like, so I just think, like, anytime your family members all have a nickname like that for you,
Yeah, it's so cute. And I thought it was really special, really emotional, and Joey had a fantastic conversation with Kelce's dad, who has become the star of the show last night. There's always one family member that comes out of hometowns that is like the star, and Kelce's dad was the star of the show last night. People want him to be the Golden Bachelor, campaigning all over the place.
I saw Emily Moynes post a story, Blake Moynes' mother, who is great. And she just posted on her story last night watching the episode. ... Kelce's dad, eye emoji, ... Nuff said, heart emoji. Then she did tag Bachelor and she tagged Golden Bachelor. So, yes. And then I think, like, Kelce was also posting on her story about that too. It was funny. Like, she posted a meme of, like, Kelce reading all those tweets about her dad. It's like that little boy's face drinking. It's like, oop.
She also
everybody's thirsting over Kelce's dad.
She also made TikToks of them watching the thirst traps of her dad. She was like, I don't even have thirst traps. Like, why are there thirst traps of my father? And her dad's cracking up. So I thought all of that was really, really sweet. And it felt like Joey's conversation with Kelce's dad, given the circumstances, of course, as well, was just a little bit different than his conversation with the rest of the dads and the parents. I felt like the rest of the conversations were pretty repetitive after that point.
Yeah, definitely. And because, Kelce went first, so it really leaves an impact sometimes, like when you see that connection first. Daisy, also, great hometown. Daisy got to also hang out with all of her friends and Joey, which rarely happens. I don't recall any time there's been like a group hang with friends during a hometown.
Right, like this isn't Love Is Blind. I was confused by that.
Right, and like a lot of people. It wasn't like just two. It was
right,
like,
which I guess was their
6 or 7 people.
But I think Daisy made it so clear that, like, her family and friends' opinion matters.
Yeah,
and that she couldn't. Which I was confused on how I felt about this. She was, like, very adamant that she could not tell Joey she was falling in love with him or loved him until she saw him interact with her family, which, of course, family is so important, and seeing how your significant other acts with your family is very important. But I felt like that was, like, the theme of her hometowns.
Definitely. Yeah, that's been how it's been going with her consistently, of, like, can she get there? Can she get there? Can she get there? And it felt like this was the moment where everyone was like, oh, it is working, and her family's so sweet, and they like Joey, and Joey's getting along with everybody, and Daisy did say she was falling for him at the end of the hometown, and just an adorable family. The Christmas tree farm, and her parents are adorable. Grandparents are adorable. She's got a grandma named Gloria. I got a grandma named Gloria.
Yeah,
Gloria's
all
a great
sweet
grandma
grandmas
name.
are named Gloria.
And her mom was just so cute.
So cute. The family was adorable.
Oh my God, her mom and her dad was so cute. Like, they were cracking jokes. They were having fun. Truly, as far as hometowns go across the board, it was like as wholesome as it could get. Like everyone was more wholesome than the next. Then you got Rachel. She's got her little nephew running around. They're calling him Uncle Joey. Like they're just, it just was so wholesome. They came to California and they had they went through all like Rachel's family's traditions and talking about her heritage, and he wanted to be a part of all that, and he did. It seemed like he did a great job. Now, of course, Rachel's parents seemed a little more hesitant, which is super fair, but they're also like Rachel seems to have gone through some very intense breakup that she has talked about kind of, but not really in too much detail. But the way her family was talking about, like, oh, the last guy she brought home, like, we do not want that happening again. It was like, whoa, okay.
Right. It made me really interested in what happened.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like they were obviously, cautious about this experience. And I think they have every right to be. Like, I think it's a normal reaction to be like, what's going on here? And clearly they were very close with her ex and something happened. And they don't want to get close again. And I think for this, out of all the hometowns, maybe this one, maybe that's where the flack is coming from, just because every hometown seemed to have gone so smoothly. So people are like, okay, we need to find the one that we think didn't go.
One,
but I thought it went
pretty smoothly.
I thought it went pretty smoothly as well.
Like there was no, even the conversations were light, and when it did get a little bit serious, it didn't get any more serious than like past seasons or past it wasn't like, whoa, that was intense.
Right. Like, oh, calm down.
Yeah. Like it was, I felt extremely normal. So
yeah, I agree.
And then Maria, everybody was nervous. Everybody's talking about Maria's dad. Maria's dad's a friggin' sweetheart,
Yeah, he's got this tough exterior.
Yeah.
He just loves his little baby.
Yep.
Loves his little angel.
Yep.
And I think where the disconnect between Joey and Maria happened was that the last episode, she made Joey feel very uneasy. He mentioned that on their date, you scared me last episode. Then she mentioned she's never brought anybody home before. Then after she brought him home, she never said I love you. And she waited until that final rose ceremony moment to pull him aside and tell him that. And I think he had his mind made up. And although I think his connection with Maria was way stronger than some of the others, I'm glad he stuck to his guns there and said, you know what, I'm not letting this change my mind right now. Because he clearly, if he felt like him and Maria were the strongest, he would have kept her.
Yeah, I agree.
Clearly, he felt like his connection with somebody else there is stronger than that. And he was probably like, okay, I should send her home now.
And I think in the back of his mind, no matter how much, chemistry they have, I think he has gotten a lot more reassurance from some of the other girls.
Yeah.
And you can't help but compare that scenario. Like maybe you're not comparing like the girls' like personalities per se, but you're probably comparing like, well, this one said they love me, this one didn't, and just like the progress of the relationship. And Maria has just kind of planted a few seeds of doubt of whether or not she's ready for this kind of commitment. It's the first guy she's ever brought home. The whole thing last week with like, I think I may need to leave, waiting for the last second to tell him how she really felt. And it just all added up to, I think, Joey thinking she probably wasn't fully ready for like an engagement at the end. Is what I feel like it seemed like also.
I agree with that. And now people are starting the conversation about her becoming the Bachelorette. I think that'd be very entertaining.
Yeah, I think she's probably a lock.
I want her to be ready for that engagement and ready for that. But I think it would be very entertaining, more so than any of the other women. I think it would be a lock for her to just have a very entertaining season. I think everybody would watch that. Clearly the reaction to Maria is more so than any person I've seen in recent memory of this show. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Fantasy Suites. Obviously spicy. We got some spicy scenes coming up. And we'll see who gets sent home next in the final two.
Yep, exactly.
We're coming down on the wire.
Almost there. So yeah, Rachel, Kelce, and Daisy. Final 3 headed into fantasy suites.
One of the best Final Fours ever.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Like really,
really good.
Just really great lineup of women. So I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the season. We have a big update. So there is a photograph going around of what they say is Kate Middleton in a car, but people do not believe this is Kate Middleton in the car. Some are saying it's Pippa. Some are saying it's a wannabe. It's a lookalike. It's an imposter. What do we think? I don't think it's Kate Middleton because I saw and now look, I've been dragged into the conspiracies.
You're welcome.
I saw some clear-cut images of Kate Middleton in a car, paparazzi, from a couple months ago. Compared to this, why is it so blurry?
Right.
Why were we able to get clear cut, like the most clear images you can get of her in a car, and yet this one is just a bit too blurry?
Yeah, the palace was like, you guys can take a picture, but it's got to be really far away and hard to see.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. It does really feel like this is just a direct response to the conspiracies, and kind of crazy that like she's been memed into making an appearance. Like, the picture is claimed to be her. She's driving in the car with her mom near Windsor Castle. Sighting is a big deal because we haven't seen her since December. TMZ wrote, it's interesting that she's popping up like this right now. Frankly, the internet has been rife with speculation these past couple of weeks over her whereabouts, and there's been a lot of jokes made at her expense. Point is, though, people have been wondering where the heck she was and how she was doing, especially since the condition she's been dealing with has been kept under tight wraps, with royal officials only saying she underwent abdominal surgery and nothing else. So, yeah, I mean, I do think this is her.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think it's her.
I do think it's her. I do think things were going so crazy that they were like, you just gotta like go drive in the car for 5 minutes and somebody's gonna like take a faraway photo. And that's gonna be confirmation that you're.
But they thought that would suffice because now it's actually made it worse. I think this picture has made things worse because people are like, that's not her. Yeah.
I mean, she's got sunglasses on. It's extremely hard to tell.
I saw somebody zoom in and do like an unpixelated version, and it looked nothing like her, and it was missing her beauty mark right here. But I don't know. See, I'm being roped in. I'm being roped into something that I wasn't in a week ago.
I also think, she may not look totally like herself right now. She had surgery. Maybe she hasn't been able to
That's true.
move around. It's been a couple months. So,
right.
But yeah, I just feel like, to me, this feels like the palace said, we got to give them something to get them to shut up. And they went with this.
Do you think when they get surgery that they're really caring for them, or do they whip them and tell them, get better? Like, hurry up. No time to waste.
Pish posh?
Yeah,
no time to waste?
Yeah, like
the doctors or like the staff?
The people that take care of them when they're sick.
No, I think they're waiting on them hand and foot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I can picture a world where like
maybe if you are the queen.
I can picture a world where Prince William like doesn't even look at Kate when she's not in her best state. Ugh. Yeah, like that's what I picture from the royal family. That
fix her up.
Yeah. Like they're not the most vulnerable in front of each other. Like William rarely sees Kate without lipstick.
Yeah.
That's what I picture for the royal family. So this must be really tough right now. Her ongoing surgery, and William is just spitting by her bedside, saying, hurry up! Get yourself together.
Between the family members.
You are dishonoring my family.
What are you, Megan?
Even Megan wouldn't act like this. Even Megan puts on a little lipstick when she's sick.
I'm laughing, but my deep, my love for Will and Kate is I'm getting a little upset.
What?
No. Thinking they love each other so much.
Yeah,
in my mind.
I'm sure, but like at the same time, I think it's like
there's a history of
they lived together in college.
There's a
they
history
see
of
each other.
These royals not
That's true.
like actually loving each other.
Right.
Okay, let me live in my fantasy world of Will and
Okay,
Kate's
as long
love
as you
story,
admit that it's a
okay?
fantasy world.
Look, there's been rumors. Will's been out and about. He's had.
Oh my God, we didn't even bring this
Lovers.
up. We haven't even brought this
Wait,
up.
I
This is
know.
you bringing it
I
up.
know.
So you're living in a fantasy world and then bringing up
I am
all the
living in a
rumors.
fantasy world. But because of Kate,
Because there's
Kate
other-
Middleton hasn't been seen, so all the rumors were stirring back up.
He's probably got to find a healthier
Stirring
life.
back up.
Like I just picture it to not be a cozy, welcoming space for anybody who's sick.
Oh, I wouldn't imagine.
You know, like when
that's
you have
true.
your sick day, like if you're really sick and you cuddle up in bed and you get some soup and you maybe watch One Tree Hill. This was me last night.
Yeah.
And
You
know,
think William's bringing her like chicken noodle soup?
right, like your fiance brings you chicken noodle soup and like that, that whole vibe. Like it makes like I'm like no, like
No, they have someone to do that for them.
right, and they're like spitting in it as they hand it to her. That's what I picture.
Maybe they're. No, I'm not even gonna say that.
What?
I was gonna say they're poisoning her through the soup or something.
That
don't
would
really
be TV
think
show
that-
ass.
Yeah,
It would be.
It would. But for what reason? The world loves Kate.
The
The world loved Diana.
I mean, the world loved
No, but,
Diana.
I mean, that was
does the
different
world, Does
scenario.
the world love Kate? Do they?
the press loves Kate.
Yeah, like the UK press. Like, I'm just saying, like
People
Diana.
like Kate.
Diana was like universally loved. Like, she's nowhere near that level of like.
Yeah, but Diana was
I guess it
also
was a different
universally. Diana was a
scenario.
totally different scenario, and Diana was universally loved because she was like.
Because she like stood up to the royal
Yeah,
family.
yeah. I mean, Kate's very much in it, but people like Kate.
They're gonna like her even more when she steps out with that BBL.
People like Kate. If you,
I'm sorry. Am
If
I
you
being
wanted to
offensive right now? I'm just kidding.
if you wanted to tell me that they were putting something in Megan's soup, sure, that I'll buy. Kate's. I think they all like Kate.
Yeah, I think
Kate's the future queen. You don't fuck with like the future.
I think
head people.
I'm not even like that caught up with the royals. From what I've seen, I thought they all liked Kate.
Yeah, Kate, and the press has always been pretty positive about Kate. Besides like the early years, Waity Katie.
What?
That's
Yeah,
what
when they
called
said she
her?
was waiting around for Will to propose for too
Oh,
long.
I thought you were. I thought you were.
Waity Katie.
I thought that was like a shot at her weight.
No.
Oh,
That
my
was
God.
like that was in their uni days, post, and then what he was
when they
in
were just
the-
at university.
Yeah, when he was doing his like, I think he was like a helicopter pilot or something, and they said that she was just waiting around for him to finally crack the question.
Her waiting did her well
Yeah.
until this point.
Right. Well, now it's like but it's also like the UK press is so ruthless that, Meghan was such they could write about Meghan all day long. There was always something to say about Meghan because they were nasty. They were extremely, extremely nasty. And now Meghan's left and you don't really hear too much like in the tabloids about her.
Now they
They
must
have
go
to have
for
they have to have something else to write about.
true.
There has
So-
to be some part of Kate that looks at Meghan's life and there's some jealousy and like, damn, must be nice.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like she's free.
What seems like the brothers can't reconcile. Like it's
Right. She can
why
have
would-
chicken noodle
yeah.
soup in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staying at Tyler Perry's house. Like,
Right. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. A lot of us spend our time wishing we had more time. But sometimes we're going, I wish there were more hours in the day. And you don't even know why you want more hours in the day. If time was unlimited, what would you do with your time and how would you use it? The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you and make it a priority. Therapy can help find you what matters to you so you can do more of it and make time in your busy schedule to prioritize that. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Therapy can be great because it's helpful to learn positive coping skills, and it can help you set boundaries so you can make more time in your day for yourself. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/office. Once again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/office. All right, well, anyways, moving on to that monster Jonathan Van Ness.
Monster. Page 6 wrote Fear Eye on the on the top of the website.
You know, every once in a while, something like that gets me, you know? Fear Eye.
Well, it's just like, so this big Rolling Stone expose was posted today about Queer Eye. And the headlines that have been being picked up are that Jonathan Van Ness has rage issues that have caused people on the set of Queer Eye to experience fear. There's a real emotion of fear around them when they get angry. A source who worked with the Netflix star told the publication, it's almost like a cartoon where it oozes out of them. It's intense and scary.
Oh.
The insider claimed Van Ness, 36, would have a screaming match at least once a week, noting they were a yeller. Other sources use words like monster, nightmare, and demeaning to describe Van Ness. A rep for Jonathan could not be reached. Rolling Stone cites at least 3 people who felt Van Ness was emotionally abusive and, quote, had rage issues. Fellow cast members as well as the crew were among the ones who allegedly felt their wrath. Netflix executives reportedly had at least one meeting with Van Ness over their alleged misconduct, but the expose notes that ultimately not much change came from that discussion. There's no accountability at all, one insider claimed. Sources also told Rolling Stone that Van Ness's alleged behavior trickled down to other cast members. When he comes on set, everything changes if he's in a bad mood. A source explained working with him is very difficult in any capacity. Another source added, how is it not obvious to everybody that none of these people are friends? None of them. They don't hang out socially. They live very different lives. Tension among members of the Fab Five, which includes Karma Brown, Tan France, Bobby Burke, and Anthony Porowski. I'm probably saying that wrong. Yeah, maybe. May not be shocking to fans of their hit show, though. Earlier this year, Bobby confirmed he had been feuding with France behind the scenes. And, you know, obviously we know now Bobby has decided to leave the show. And
which we could have spoiled.
Yeah. I mean, it was happening like in the moment.
Yeah.
We found out the night before.
Right.
Wasn't like,
yeah.
We didn't quite have enough time to squeal.
Just a couple hours prior.
Yeah. But God, Jonathan Van Ness.
Not the label you want to get. Because I'll say this. There has got to be a ton of people in Hollywood, in the business, whatever, that lash out and have these moments. If it gets to a point where there's a Rolling Stone article about you acting like a monster, you have to like really be a monster.
That's a bad look.
You got to be real bad.
That's a real bad look. Especially because Jonathan has such a... I don't even know how to describe it. They just seem to have this amazing personality and friendly and kind and accepting. And Jonathan just loses their shit, clearly. Often.
I wish we had heard examples.
Remember when Tan came on the show and said Jonathan FaceTime like nonstop, and then Jonathan was like, yeah, I do, when he came on Chicks in the Office?
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Dynamics change, though. You know, they've been doing Queer Eye for a long time, the 5 of them together. Now, of course, Bobby's left. They're bringing in somebody new, and they probably have to mix it up because there's gonna be some power dynamics and some push and pull and who's getting along, who's not getting along. 5 people is tough. 5's a lot to like get along with 4 other people all the time on a TV show.
Huh.
I just think that's hard when you're not really even friends with them. You know? Like it's forced friendship. You have to act like you're all besties, but you're really not.
It's like a band.
You're only all meeting because
Right.
meeting because you're on the show together.
I guess that is true, and it's a common theme we've seen with bands. One Direction,
Yeah.
Fifth Harmony,
The Beatles.
the Beatles. They break
Yeah.
up.
And it's like you put 5 people together, you don't really know the other ones. Maybe you really like 2 and the other 2
Would you say that
all right.
Jonathan Van Ness is the biggest star of that came out of the 5?
Jonathan's probably up there. I think Tan's up there too.
Yeah.
Like Tan hosts other shows on Netflix, very successful.
They're all successful in
Yeah.
different avenues.
Yeah, they are. They are. So,
But I'm interested in this, and I think, you know, we've seen it before with other people, Ellen, all the where there's smoke, there's fire. Like there's clearly stories that have been told about this happening.
totally.
And
It reached the point to reach expose
Yeah,
level.
and you don't want-
never want to
No.
be expose level.
no, you don't. You don't want to wake up one morning and your publicist tells you that,
There's been an expose.
right, nightmare. I would not want to see that outburst from Jonathan after finding out there's an expose.
That's so true.
That couldn't have been the first time they heard about it, though. Like there must have been like just
Oh,
you just wake up one morning and
I'm
oh
sure
shit,
you're-
all these people I work
Well,
with
if you
talking
have a-
shit about me.
Well, if you have a good publicist, they are going to catch wind of an expose
Yeah.
being written about you.
Right, weeks of outbursts,
But,
then.
Yeah.
Days of outbursts.
you know, you can't really put a stop to it once it starts going.
Right. Moving on. We didn't touch on any of this when it was happening a couple weeks ago, but we could talk about it now. Dakota Johnson talked about how she'll never do a movie like Madam Web ever again. I mean, when she was promoting Madam Web, it seemed like she fucking hated the movie. Madam Web got some of the worst reviews I've seen for a movie in a long time,
Yeah.
which actually was the greatest marketing they could possibly
really
have
was.
for a movie.
People were saying it was and we have not seen it, but people have been saying it was like the worst movie ever, which when you hear like worst movie ever, you almost want to go see it because
Right.
you're like, how could it be that bad?
Exactly.
And people really have been saying it was that bad.
Did you see the videos of like full theaters just like in laughing the entire movie
Yes.
like it was a comedy?
Oh,
yeah,
you never.
Sydney
you don't want
Sweeney
that.
made a joke about it during her SNL monologue. She's like, you may know me from, you know, Euphoria and Is Anyone But You, but probably not Madam Web.
Wait, she was in it? Sydney
Yes.
Sweeney?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
even know that.
She's like the other star.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's how you know Madam
that's
Web
when you know.
was a really big flop.
Yeah. So, and Dakota Johnson, anytime she's doing press, she is just very funny. Like, I just think she is very honest. She does not hold back. I like that. Like, if something's on her mind, it's coming out of her mouth. And she did an interview with Bustle, and she talked about the reaction to Madam Web. She said, unfortunately, I'm not surprised that this has gone down the way it has. Because, you know, Dakota, this is one of the biggest flops in comic book movie history. The movie this is like disgustingly low. The movie has only grossed $40 million so far at the domestic box office.
What was
Probably took double that to make.
Let's see.
And it's worldwide. See what their budget was. And its worldwide gross remains under the $100 million mark after 3 weeks of release. Critics have eviscerated the film. It has a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. But like we just said, Dakota didn't see it as a shock. And then they asked her, is there a reason for that? And she said, it's so hard to get movies made. And in these big movies that get made, and it's even starting to happen with the little ones, which is what's really freaking me out, decisions are being made by committees, and art does not do well when it's made by committee. Films are made by a filmmaker and a team of artists around them. You cannot make art based on numbers and algorithms. My feeling has been for a long time that audiences are extremely smart and executives have started to believe that they're not. Audiences will always be able to sniff out bullshit. Even if films start to be made with AI, humans aren't going to fucking want to see those.
How about this?
Which honestly I think makes a lot of sense, and she makes some good points. Like, she's like, we're not stupid, and neither are the actors that are in the movie, and they could have told you that the movie was going to be terrible.
Yep.
Couples Retreat is still 3% lower than Madam Web on Rotten
We never
Tomatoes.
talked about the girl DMing me being like, I finally watched Couples Retreat after you talked about it so many times, and like, I will never ever listen to anything you say ever again.
Yeah.
This is the worst movie I've ever, so much so it changed my life because of how bad it was. Like, I'm sorry that you hate comedy,
Yeah.
you know?
This
Sorry that you hate the greats like Vince Vaughn.
It had an $80 million budget, by the way.
80 mil? Oh, sorry, I was like exactly right.
Yeah.
It's made half.
It said 90. It said it's
domestically.
made domestically. 91
Domestically.
worldwide.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even know if I think Couples Retreat is as funny as I say it is, or if it's become a bit in my mind.
It's a good bad movie.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. Like, I don't think it's a great movie. I think it's a good bad movie.
Yeah.
But I talk about it so often that I'm like, do I even think it's that funny?
It's
But I
funny.
definitely do. I think
Yeah,
it's
you do.
funny,
The shark,
but it's bad.
the shark.
The shark scene is hilarious.
Dakota said, it was definitely an experience for me to make that movie. I had never done anything like it before. I probably will never do anything like it again because I don't make sense in that world. And I know that now. But sometimes in this industry, you sign on to something and it's one thing. And then as you're making it, it becomes a completely different thing. And you're like, wait, what? But it was a real learning experience. And of course, it's not nice to be a part of something that's ripped to shreds. But I can't say that I don't understand.
So they're all very aware of the absolute flop that Madam Web was and will continue to be.
And you won't see Dakota in another superhero movie anytime soon. It seems, you know.
Yeah, she mentioned how the script was way different than what had been filmed. Like, she was like, I didn't even know what movie I was filming.
Right,
at one point.
Which is so true because, and it's probably what she's alluding to too, like about executives thinking like we're all stupid and whatever. It's like, especially with the younger generation, they have no connection and they just think like, oh, like whatever, people will go see it. Like, whatever the movie was originally was probably something Dakota was interested in, and then, you know, other people, higher ups, executives, people who don't really have anything to do with the process of making the movie have to put in their 2 cents because they got the money and they're like, oh my God, we should change to this, change to that. Like, needs to be more. I bet the phrase commercial gets thrown out. Right? Like, needs to be more commercial. Like, blah blah blah.
We gotta hit the kids.
Yeah, and then you just get a shitty fucking movie.
And that's what happened here.
Because she keeps saying how like she's been really disheartened by wanting to make and get movies made and just not being able to do it. Like she said, the people who run streaming platforms don't trust creative people or artists to know what's going to work, and that is just going to make us implode. It's really heartbreaking. It's just so fucking hard. It's so hard to get anything made. All the stuff I'm interested in making is really different and it's unique and it's very forward in whatever it is. So, you know, unless you have like crazy name recognition and people know like what you're going to make and your brand and everything, like clearly executives have a lot to say. And with the streaming platforms too, the people want like a certain type of movie for this. They're like, oh, we have to fill our romance slots of our Netflix, of our streaming. Like,
and
this movie has to come out at this time.
Yeah.
And it has to fit into this box.
And it's never going to be as good as what somebody else would come up with.
Yep. Like I watched Poor Things last night. Great movie. It's just like, because you know Yorgos is like a wild filmmaker, it's like I'm sure he gets to do whatever he wants to do. Because probably for like the first 30 minutes of that movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I did enjoy it. I thought it was really good. Emma Stone was great. But it's really funky. Not a lot of movies like that have like major box office success. He has, because, you know, I feel like he's like one of the biggest directors. And they had a massive star-studded cast. Did you say you went to see that movie with your mom?
Poor Thing. I haven't seen Poor Things.
Oh, you haven't seen Poor Things?
No.
And we saw Saltburn with his
mom. Oh, you saw Saltburn with your
my
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Things was also like way more sexual than I expected.
Really?
Lot of sex.
I want to watch it. I hope it's on the plane.
Lot of sex.
I think we'll even have TVs this time.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, but very good. Very good. So,
yeah, I want to watch that.
Yeah.
That'll be next. All right, that wraps up the topics.
The Oscars are this weekend.
Of course. I will be watching.
From day-to-day annoyances to the big stuff life throws your way, it's easy to get worked up. But there's a better way, a chiller way, to turn that canceled concert into a parking lot dance party. Too cold for an ocean swim? Play volleyball and light a bonfire instead. That's choosing chill. And when you choose chill, reach for a Coors Light. When the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Like you can see this can right now in my hand in studio. Cold, delicious. The mountains are blue, which means this bad boy is ready to be cracked open. It's one of those times we're heading into spring. It's time to choose chill. Maybe something comes up at work. You're getting a little frustrated. Choose chill. Turn it into something better. When you choose to rise above it all, choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. This is game number 115, and we are joined by Francesca and Antonia. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
We're so excited to be here. Thank you.
Exciting. All right, so it's 15 questions. Super easy. You get the question right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the other team gets the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah is going to give us a movie. We're going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score. Everyone gets their own individual guess, and we'll alternate between teams for the guess. And that'll determine who goes first. So Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is War Dogs. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller.
Good movie.
It's on my list.
Okay, so one of you guys throw out a guess first.
You go first. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna. I'm feeling 42.
I'm going to go 76.
I'll go 68.
I'm going to say like 80.
Francesca, not our Francesca, is right. 62 is
Nice.
the correct answer.
Wow. Very close.
Yeah, close.
I don't think you've ever referred to me as Francesca ever.
I had to make the clarification.
I don't think you've.
Well, you guys.
I don't think you've ever said my full name.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't think you've ever called me Francesca.
Okay. Question number 1 to Francesca and Antonia. Question number 1, shout out Molly from Delaware. Name the movie based on its tagline. Imagine having to win over the girl of your dreams every single day.
I think it's 50 First Dates. Because they do the same day all over, and he's trying to like win her back. That makes a lot of sense. All right, 50 First Dates, final answer.
Correct.
Nice. It's going to be either that or Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Okay, 1-0, Francesca and Antonia. And this is to Ria and Fran. Shout out Alexandra from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. What actors voiced Mario and Luigi in the 2023 animated movie, The Super Mario Brothers?
Chris Pratt. Oh, and Charlie Day.
Charlie Day, yeah.
Chris Pratt and Charlie Day.
Yep.
Final answer. Correct. Tied up at 1. Question number 3. Shout out Rachel from Rogers, Arkansas. In the movie New York Minute, what is the nursery rhyme that calms down Ashley Olsen's character when she has a nervous breakdown?
I've never seen it.
I've never seen that either. I feel like we just need to say a nursery rhyme.
I don't know if it's like a funny movie, like if it would be a nursery, like not really a nursery rhyme, or if it would be like an actual nursery rhyme. You want to just throw a regular nursery rhyme?
Yeah.
Rockabye Baby?
Sure.
All right, Rockabye Baby, final answer.
Incorrect. To Ria and Fran.
Should we just go Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star?
Yeah. Well, Humpty Dumpty popped in my head. That's definitely not it, but I don't know why that was my first thought. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is a good one.
Let's go Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Incorrect. The Itsy Bitsy Spider.
One of the classics.
Yeah, we were on the right. We were on the right path.
Okay. Still tied up at 1. And this is to Ria and Fran. Shout out Erica from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Every Canada is just
touching
a lot of names.
We're touching a lot of provinces.
Yeah. Okay, where does Nanny Carey kidnap Jamie from in One Tree Hill?
This is us, right?
Is this our question?
Yeah.
The wedding.
Oh, the wedding.
Takes them from. Can I just say a wedding?
I need more specific than that.
From. Who the fuck's getting married?
Isn't it the redhead? No.
5 seconds.
Keith and Joel's wedding?
Time is up.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
That's later.
Francesca Antonia.
It's Lucas and Lindsay's wedding. Final answer.
Correct.
Yep. It's later.
I needed a One Tree Hill question.
You got it.
Was much later on.
Okay, 2-1. And this is question
Keith's already dead.
number 5 to Francesca and Antonia. Shout out Kelly from Ambler, Pennsylvania. Name the movie with this cast: Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio.
I got nothing.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Timothée Chalamet.
Can you repeat them again?
Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio. 15 seconds.
I want to say like American Hustle, but I don't.
What's that Netflix movie with Leonardo and I don't know.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Go ahead. Whatever you just.
American Hustle. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Don't look up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I said that's the Netflix movie.
Yep. Don't look up.
Correct.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
Glad you had it.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys, if only you could remember the name.
You're on the right track.
Oh, that's annoying.
I'm sorry.
Tied up at 2. Question number 6 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Ellen and Biz from Philly. Put these couples in order of how long they've been married: Victoria and David Beckham, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
They're all like 20 years. Like in my head, like as he named all those couples, I was like 20. I would maybe go Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick is the longest.
15 seconds.
And then maybe, what was the third? Victoria and David.
And Will and Jada.
And then.
All right,
5
let's
seconds.
go Sarah
Yeah.
Jessica Parker, Matthew Broderick, Victoria and David, Jada and Will, and then Faith Hill and Tim McGraw.
Yeah. Oh, with Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, definitely not last. But yeah, that's
Incorrect.
I completely forgot what the last couple even was.
McGraw first. I like that.
All right, we'll do them first. Faith Hill, Tim McGraw first.
How about the Beckhams? I didn't watch the documentary. I don't know.
I feel like they're just a little bit younger than the other couples.
15 seconds.
Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband, Will and Jada, and then
5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
do I need to say them again? Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, Sarah Jessica Parker, Will and Jada, and then the Beckhams. Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
It's hard.
That's
I
tough
just-
because they've all been married very long.
I also just completely forgot what the fourth couple was.
Faith and Tim were married in 96. Sarah and Matthew were 97. Will and Jada were New Year's Eve 1997, and then Victoria and David were 1999.
I thought that maybe Faith and Tim were sneaky like the last one because they're oldest, so I thought that people like it was like a trick question. It wasn't a trick question though.
Okay, 3-2, Francesca and Antonia. Question number 7 to them. Shout out Danielle from Hebron, Maine. What is the full name of the Nickelodeon show about Jimmy Neutron?
Is this to us?
Yes.
What's the full name? Jimmy Neutron. I just thought it was Neutron. I have no clue. It's like something about like a
15
brain.
seconds.
That's the thing.
I know,
Yeah.
but no. The full name of Jimmy Neutron.
Just
5
Jimmy.
seconds.
Jimmy Neutron and the brain. I know.
Incorrect.
Isn't it
That's right.
Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius?
Is that just it? Is it like Adventures of Boy Genius? It's not that long, is it?
I don't know.
Or is it just Boy Genius? Jimmy Neutron.
I think
Boy Genius.
I think maybe we just go Boy Genius.
Yeah.
But it could be wrong, but I think we just go with that.
Yeah, I don't know how long it would be.
10 seconds.
I would just, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Incorrect. The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius.
The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron.
God, I knew that.
But you would have said Jimmy Neutron.
No, I
The
know,
Adventures
but
of Boy-
I when he first asked the question in my head, for some reason, I was saying I thought like The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that.
Still 3-2. Francesca and Antonia. This is question number 8. To Ria and Fran. Shout out Alexandra from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Who did Gwyneth Paltrow date in the late 90s on and off for 3 years after she ended her engagement to Brad Pitt?
Ben Affleck.
I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
Let's
Ben
go.
Affleck after Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Let's go Ben Affleck.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Correct. I was actually surprised by that. I didn't know that they dated for some reason.
She
Talked
talked.
about him.
Yeah.
Call her daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She talked about both
Yeah.
Brad and Ben.
If you like saving money, and let's face it, who doesn't? Then you have to get Rakuten. Because Rakuten shoppers get it all when it comes to shopping the hottest brands, the best deals, and the most savings. With Rakuten, you get cash back at stores you love, like Sephora, Old Navy, and Expedia. You'll also never miss out on promo codes and coupons because Rakuten gives you all the best ones. You can even stack cash back on top of sales, credit card points, and other loyalty programs. And it couldn't be easier. Just join Rakuten for free. Then use the website or app to shop your favorite stores and watch your cash back add up. So before you buy another thing, join Rakuten because Rakuten shoppers always get the most bang for their buck. Get started at Rakuten.com or get the Rakuten app. That's Rakuten.
Okay, tied up at 3. And this question is to Francesca and Antonia. Shout out Alexandra again from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Wow, she's carrying this game.
She is. What hit TV show was Donald Glover on from 2009 to 2015?
Do you have any idea? Why am I thinking of iRobot? No. It was like a show in like a school. It's gonna bother me.
10 seconds.
I don't even have a guess. I don't even.
5.
It's not Parenthood.
All right, time is up.
Arrested Development. That's not.
Incorrect.
Atlanta.
To Ria and
Atlanta.
Fran.
Atlanta.
Final answer.
Mm.
Incorrect. Community.
Yeah.
Oh, we just
That was-
jumped into that. way too
I
fast.
know.
I would have never gotten Community. I
Yeah.
just
I never watched it.
Yeah.
I forgot he was on Community. I never watched Community.
I feel like there's a big crossover of people who like Parks and Rec who like Community.
Yeah, they're making a movie.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
With like the same cast?
Mhm.
Tied up at 3. This is question number 10 to Ria and Fran. And I'm going to play a movie clip and you tell me what movie it's from.
You're not gonna go buy a mop right now. It's embarrassing, okay?
Oh, babe, I told you it's not a mop, it's these pads.
I don't care. You shouldn't be doing your own housework anyway.
Why not?
Because you're a grown man. I mean, you shouldn't be cleaning your own floors.
Is it My Cousin Vinny?
Is this Don John?
Yeah, I guess.
Scarlett Johansson. Is it Scarlett Jo? Is Don John
Yeah,
Scarlett Johansson? I think it's Don John.
All right.
Don John. Final answer.
Correct. I got to rewatch that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I always forget about that movie.
Because he just loved cleaning his floors.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-3, Ria and Fran.
Hard to forget Scarlett Johansson with that accent.
Yeah, that was a good accent,
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, 4-3, Ria and Fran. Question number 11 to Francesca and Antonia. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis. What gift did Lisa Rinna give to Kim Richards' grandson in season 7 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that Kim returned at the reunion?
We are not Real Housewives girlies, unfortunately.
Damn.
You got to get on board.
I know.
We keep saying we're gonna watch it,
Yeah.
and then it's getting pushed down on
All
my
right.
list.
If you were gonna give someone,
How old was he? Wait, can you repeat the question?
What gift did Lisa Rinna give to Kim Richards' grandson in season 7 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that Kim returned at the reunion? 10 seconds.
No idea.
that's tough.
A camera.
All right, a camera. Final answer.
Incorrect. To Ria and Fran.
Stuffed bunny.
Are you kidding?
Blue stuffed bunny rabbit.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Would you have taken stuffed animal if I said it?
I don't think you would have.
Okay.
That was a good guess though. That would have been.
That would have made my life. That would have made my
it's-
life very
yeah.
hard. So thank you.
I
for
mean,
not
it's like
guessing.
it's a very specific bunny. Like they always
Yeah.
call it the bunny.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it's stuffed an animal, it could have been a stuffed
Yeah.
giraffe. It
Yeah.
could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many options.
Okay, 5-3, Ria and Fran. This is question number 12 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Brooke from Kokomo, Indiana. In the movie Hitch, what creative way does Hitch, aka Will Smith, ask Sarah, Eva Mendes, out on a first date?
The first date is with the walkie-talkies. He that gets the walkie-talkie delivered to her office in a package, and then he asks her to meet him at the waterfront, 7 a.m.
Final answer.
Yep.
Correct.
Boom.
I
They
was
go on
gonna,
the jet skis.
I was gonna use that at a live show, but I'm like, I don't know if this is too like elaborate of like a.
Yeah, you have to really set the scene.
Yeah. 6-3. Francesca and Antonia are going to have to get the final 3 questions correct to send this to overtime. And this question is to them. Shout out Sarah from Vernon. What are the names of Zendaya and Bella Thorne's characters on Shake It Up?
Cece. And Rocky.
Yes.
Final answer.
Good job.
Correct.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know. I
Boom.
would not have known that.
I.
Big shake it up there.
Yeah.
I knew that too because you
Yeah.
know, it's the Disney days.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 14. It's 6-4. Ria and Fran. This is to them. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis. What is the name of Bill Hader's SNL character who is the city correspondent on SNL's Weekend Update?
What the fuck is his name? He wears that shirt
Yeah, I don't
with
know.
the accent.
15 seconds.
Oh man.
5.
I got nothing.
Okay. Francesca and Antonia.
I can picture him. He's like almost like girly, but I have no idea. I want to go like Timmy.
Would know.
Let's
You would know
let's
what you're
go
gonna say
Tim.
and be so mad.
Timmy. Final answer.
Incorrect. Stefan.
Stefan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That does
Yep.
seal the victory for Ria and Fran, though.
Oh.
Wow.
Stefan.
We'll do the last question. Question number 15 to Francesca and Antonia. Shout out Sarah from Vernon again. Where at the Tipton Hotel does Maddie work in The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
The candy bar. The candy.
Yeah. Concession stand.
It's
almost.
It's
Yeah.
candy though.
Yeah.
Candy stand.
Candy stand.
Is that good enough?
Correct, yes. Candy counter, candy stand.
yeah.
Counter.
Yeah, you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like
Haunt me.
like she sells candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I didn't remember, like that was her job
Well,
for some reason.
because
Why does a hotel have a candy
Zach
counter?
calls her Sweet Thing because she's just the
Yeah,
candy.
I was just about to
Wait,
say that.
I don't know if I ever put that together. That's why. Is that really like why he called her that?
I think so. I think it's like a joke he makes in one of the first,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, your whole world just changed right there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for playing. You guys were great.
6-5.
I feel like
I mean,
that was
that's
really
close.
close. That was a really close game.
Very close.
But thank you guys so much for playing.
Stefan, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats on both of your engagements and
Yeah,
good luck.
congrats to you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yes.
guys so much. It was so nice meeting you guys.
Yes, you
Nice
too.
meeting
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Go Birds.
And yeah, send me your addresses so we can send you some merch.
Okay.
Thank you.
Will do.
Thank you guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.